Hey, so one last video for today on comparisons. And this is still going to be comparisons of equality when stuff is the same. But now we're really going to be focusing on nouns. So when people have the same amounts of people, places, or things. And I'll describe that a little bit further. So we still have Hector and Jaime. They're still the same height. But we're not going to talk about an adjective like height right now. Instead, we're going to be talking about, like I said, comparing nouns that they have in common, essentially. So we actually have four options at the outset this time, and that is a little confusing, but hopefully I can clarify it a little bit. Tanto and tanta are two of our options. They both mean as much. As much is what they mean. Okay? We have the masculine form in tanto and the feminine form in tanta. And again, they both mean as much. So you might be able to gather that the next two, tantos and tantas, with the S on the end, that means they're plural, so they actually mean as many. As many. So we have four options at the outset. We're just going to choose one, and that's what they all mean. We got two because we got a masculine and a feminine form for each. So those are our options at the beginning of our phrase. We still have a blank in the middle. We're going to put the thing we're comparing there. And then como over here still means as. So as much as with either tanto or tanta, or as many as with tantos or tantas. That's what we're working with. Those are our phrases. English is hard. So here they are. Let's compare. I'm going to steal actually some of the examples from the book because I think they're pretty good. And I'm going to put them, I guess, in black right here. So let's see. We'll start off with Hector. We're going to say they have the same number of friends. So we're going to use the verb tener to say they have. So Hector has. Now, here we actually have four options, right? But you can think about it in English, and it kind of makes sense. Would you say, if we're talking about friends, more than one friend, would you say as much friends or as many friends? I think we'd hopefully all agree to be as many friends. So, we still have an option though. Is it tantos or tantas? And we're going to pretend they are guy friends, or it's a mixture of guys and girls. So we're going to go with the masculine form. So Hector has as many tantos. That's what we chose with OS. We have our blank. That's the thing that we are comparing. And then we're still, like always, going to go back and use como for as. So Hector has as many blank as Jaime. Okay. So obviously the thing that we are comparing, I already kind of gave it away, we're friends. We're going to use the masculine form for friends because it's either all guys or a mixture of the genders, guys and girls. And there's our phrase. Hector has as many friends as Jaime. And that's how we do it. I'm going to do one more example pretty quickly and change this up a little bit. So let's see. Still going to start off with Hector. Still going to be talking about what they have. This, though, is going to change, as is what goes in my blank. Alright, so it's sort of a different kind of noun. It's not going to be a person, instead it's going to be a thing. It's actually going to be patience. We're going to say someone has as much patience as someone else. In this case, our someones are Hector and Jaime. So I'm going to write paciencia. Paciencia means patience. Now, would you say in English, again, you can think about this in English to make it easier, would you say someone has as much patience as someone else or as many patience? We're not talking about patience as in people in a hospital. Instead, we're talking about patience as a trait of someone. So you wouldn't say as many patience, you'd say as much patience. And paciencia ends in well, hard to see with the glare, but I promised it ends in an A. And so we're going to go with the feminine form, tanta. So I kind of erased my too much here. Well, let me switch back to black. Actually, Hector has as much with tanta, T-A-N-T-A. There we go. So let's review what we got. Hector has as much patience as Jaime. Quick recap. We got Hector and Jaime. And this is how we compare when there's a noun here. Well, actually, let me write that in red, that we are comparing. So person, place, or thing. Our first example dealt with a person or people. We had friends, amigos. And you would say as many friends, and it was masculine, so we went with tantos. Tantos amigos como is the phrase we used. Second up was patience. Patience, paciencia, ends in an A. He'd say as much patience, so we went with tanta. Héctor tiene tanta paciencia como Jaime.